Hey guys, it's Pastor John. So thankful that you are able to join me today as we continue our journey in following Jesus, as we walk through the Gospel of Luke together. What a blessing it is to do that. You know, in our last episode, we saw Jesus provide a miraculous catch of fish for Simon. We saw that um, just a startling and incredible and beautiful miracle as Jesus demonstrated that whatever Simon was capable of doing in all of his, professionalism and expertise and competency and fishing, that whatever Simon could do, Jesus could do better, right? And that indeed there's a call to recognize Jesus' lordship over every aspect of life. And in today's episode, episode 54, we're going to see, we're going to step back onto the scene here of the shore of the Sea of Galilee. We're going to see Simon's response to Jesus' miracle, and we're also going to see Jesus' call of these early disciples. So here is Luke chapter 5, beginning in verse 8. When Simon Peter saw this, he fell at Jesus' knees and said, "Go away from me, because I'm a sinful man, Lord." Now, notice, I want to pause there for just a second. But in our last episode, just a little bit of a flashback. I want us to recognize that Jesus was referred to by Simon. Simon referred to Jesus back in verse 5 as master. That's one who, you know, has control, who has power, who's ruling over someone. He referred to Jesus as master. But notice here in this passage right now, he refers to Jesus as Lord, one who doesn't just have power, but one who has rightful authority, one who deserves to be followed. Simon's response when he sees this incredible miracle, he has some kind of idea that Jesus deserves to be followed. He deserves that he is, in some sense or another, a holy man. Now, Peter doesn't yet understand the full scope of what that means. He doesn't have a fully developed Christology right here at this point. But his reaction is that he knows that Jesus is holy, and he says that Jesus needs to kind of get away from him because uh, Peter's not holy, because Peter's a sinful man. And we don't know what that sin involved. Obviously, we all have sin issues in our life. Jesus is blameless and perfect and holy, and we all have sin issues. And um, Peter, at this point, Simon recognizes that. Verse 9 says, "For he and all those with him were amazed at the catch of fish they had taken, and so were James and John, Zebedee's sons, who were Simon's partners." There's that word amazed, right? They're shocked. They're stunned at what Jesus had done. And as a result, they know that something different is going on here. They know that Jesus is someone different. He most certainly is a holy man. And like I said, I don't think they have worked out exactly what that means, but they do recognize that they are not worthy to be around Jesus. And Peter here, keep calling him by the name Jesus ends up giving him, but Simon here, Luke here is reminding us that Simon is Peter. That's why he gives us the Simon Peter. But Simon here is recognizing that Jesus has the right to rule. Well, Jesus' response to all of this is, "Don't be afraid." Great thing to hear Jesus say. Oh, my prayer for you today is that you will hear Jesus say that. He most certainly is the one who can calm our fears. He most certainly is the one who can take our difficulties and our anxiety, and he can speak his peace there. As we trust Jesus, we're going to discover that we have nothing to fear, because the only one who rightfully deserves our fear, of course, is God. And in Jesus, we're brought into relationship with God. So this statement of "do not be afraid," wow, that's actually that is a profound statement. From now on, you will be catching people. You know this vocation which you think you have, and knowing well how to catch fish, where you're an expert and where you're competent. You know that, Simon. Well, guess what? I'm going to take everything that you've learned there, and I'm going to apply that. I'm going to apply that to a situation that you know absolutely nothing about. But I'm going to apply that to a situation that's going to advance my cause. It's going to advance my purposes. It's going to advance my kingdom. Then they brought the boats to land, left everything, and followed him. Brought the boats to land, left everything, and followed him. What a call here. And Jesus' call, I think it's N.T. Wright who points out that Jesus' call here of the first disciples is, similar to God's call of Abram, right? Abram, you're going to leave your home, your father's household, you're going to go to a land which I have chosen for you. Here, Jesus is, you're going to leave your boat, and in James and John's case, your father's boat, right? You're going to leave everything that you've known, and you're going to follow me. That there is a powerful call going on here. They are called to follow him, to be disciples. The term follow, akalutheo, and the term to follow means to go after, both literally walking and also you can have a metaphorical sense. In fact, the metaphor can't even be used in logic as something that's logically consequent, as something that follows, right? But the idea here is to go after, I heard someone once explain it as, following after a rabbi was the idea of, walking so close behind him that you're getting, his dust all over you, right? Well, here's the idea of that they are to follow Jesus. They are to walk close after him. And yeah, there's going to be the physically walking close after him and following after him. But there's also the metaphorical sense of aligning their values, of aligning their vision, of aligning their plans, of aligning their goals, of aligning their actions with Jesus and his lordship, of recognizing Jesus' lordship over every aspect of their lives. How is Jesus shaping your life for the advancement of his kingdom? How does he want to take even those things that are your vocation, those things in which you find yourself to be an expert? How does he want to use those things towards accomplishing his purposes, towards spreading his message, towards advancing his kingdom? How is he calling you? And that's my question for you today. And indeed, this is perhaps the most important question for us to be asking as we go through the Gospel of Luke. Well, the one more important question, of course, is who is Jesus? But he's already given us some hints at that. Luke has, and we're going to see Jesus gradually display who he is. In fact, there's even hints here in this call that he's giving of who he is. That's the first question, is who is Jesus? But the second question, very, very applicable question, is given who Jesus is, that he's God the Son having become a human being. How is he shaping your life to advance his kingdom? How can you use even the aspects of your life which you think are areas where you're an expert? How can you use those things to advance the ends that Jesus is directing you to advance? How can you use those things to share his good news with others? Well, again, it's a blessing to have spent this time with you together today. I'll be praying for you. This is a call to follow Jesus. And again, it is my desire that as we walk through Luke together, we really share in that call. And so my encouragement to you today is to pray and to ask Jesus to make clear his call that he has for you, how he desires to use your vocation to advance his kingdom. Well, the Lord Jesus bless you. Hope you have a great day and keep following Jesus.